Well, if we are exchanging, there has to be a rate also, which is called as the foreign exchange rate. The foreign exchange rate is the rate or the price of one currency over another. For example, $1 could be equal to 50 Indian rupees, 1 euro could be equal to 67 Indian rupees, and so on. Thus, whatever is the price of one currency against another currency, that is called as the foreign exchange rate. Then there is something called as the nominal exchange rate. The nominal exchange rate is the rate of the price of the foreign currency, and thus this is in terms of the domestic currency. Next we have the real exchange rate. The real exchange rate is in fact different from them because it talks of a relative price of the goods, that is the foreign goods against the domestic goods, and that is termed as the real exchange rate. So, we have the foreign exchange, we have the foreign exchange rate, we have the nominal exchange rate, we have the real exchange rate, and these are the various ways through which the currency is exchanged, the goods and services are exchanged, bought and sold, trade is maintained in the world, and thus this is an important part of the foreign trade all over the world. When we are talking of import, export, that is foreign trade, and we have already discussed the foreign exchange, that is the currency, rates and so on, we also need to know the fixed exchange rate. When I say the fixed exchange rate, then it is the rate which has been officially fixed by the government for a specified period of time. It could be weeks or months. But there is something as flexible or floating exchange rate. This is the rate which keeps on exchanging, which keeps on changing depending upon the market scenario. Here the government has fixed for a specified period, here the market is making the exchange rate at the number of times. There is no specification of time limit. Let me talk about the sources from where actually we need, or why do we need to have foreign exchange. When I talk as to why we need foreign exchange, then we must know that we have to purchase goods and services, we have to need to finance the financial assets in foreign countries, we need to give gifts to our relatives abroad, we need to sometimes give grants, it could be for making payments in the foreign trade, it could also be because we are wanting to do some kind of tourism, that is when we go and visit another country. So, while making all these services of goods and other, we need what we say the foreign exchange.